So what is it exactly? Is it self-sabotage? Is it stagnation? Or is it you feel like you're drifting? Like, where are you in this transformation process? If you're new here, my name is Michelle. I'm a faith-based mindset coach. And this is one of the things, matter of fact, first of all, this is one of the things that I like to do with myself so I can reflect and know where I'm at in my journey and exactly what's going on with me. Okay. But it's also one of the things that I like to do with my clients so I know where they're at and what kind of work it is that we need to do and where the actual blockages are so we can work through them. Right. So I'm going to help you understand where you're at in this process. Are you stuck in self-sabotage? Are you stuck in stagnation, or are you drifting? Let's get into it. Now, you guys know me. I like to use pictures and visuals to really help you guys get it, right? So let's start with self-sabotage. When you are stuck in self-sabotage, really what it's saying to me is that you know what your desired reality is, right? Like, you have a vision for your future. You have a vision for what it is that you would like to see, experience, and do. However, you do not know what your core needs are. And this is why I talk about social media oftentimes and these personalities. And I talk to women about not adopting these social media personalities, because what they do is they cause you to suppress and reject your core needs. So you end up trying to think the way social media tells you to think, or feel the way social media tells you to feel, when it's not true to who you really are and your core needs. Okay. So when you have a desired reality, and I'll give you an example. Let's say you want to be a content creator, right? You want to be a content creator. However, one of your needs is emotional security. So because you want to be a content creator, but you also have a need for emotional security, content creation and taking steps to do that, it triggers that need. So when you don't understand that you have a need for emotional security, you begin to think that there's a problem with you because of the feelings that you're going through by the newness, right, of approaching content creation. So what begins to happen, you begin to sabotage yourself. You begin to go backwards, right? You take that 2 steps forward, 10 steps back because of all of the uneasiness you feel, because of the emotional security that you require. Now, when you're stuck in stagnation, what this is saying to me is that you know your core needs, like you know the experience that you need to have emotionally, right? What it needs to feel like for you, but you have no real idea of the desired reality that you need to put yourself in, or maybe you have an idea of the desired reality. You just don't know the pathway. So what that keeps you in is this deep desire of, you know what you want to experience, you know what's important to you, the values you have emotionally, but because you're so unclear when it comes to what's going on over here, you're essentially just like stuck. You are stuck because either you don't know the path or you don't have a picture of how to build that. So let me give you an example. Let's say one of your core needs is you need to feel free, right? You need to experience, freedom, your sense of, autonomy, independence, all of that, right? Okay, that's a deep need of yours, for example. However, where you're at mentally is that you don't know how to build a life that gives you that. And because you don't know how to build a life that gives you that, or you don't know the pathway to do it, you have an idea of what you would like to do, but you don't know how to put the pieces together, you end up sitting there with all of these feelings of what you want to experience, but no real way of how to put it together, right? So it's like I have all these pieces on the floor, but I have no instruction manual, but I know I want to experience the full thing. Now, when you are drifting, you don't know any of these. You do not have a vision for your future. You don't have a vision for yourself. You're not quite sure about your desired reality. You think you want this. You kind of want that, right? You're all over the place there. And you have no self-awareness. You do not know how you feel. You don't know what your core needs are. And because of that, what's really happening is that you're just going with the flow. Whatever life your parents handed over to you, right? Whatever training or raising you got, you're basically just living your life based off of that, and whatever you experience and relationships at school, at work, etc., you're just going with the flow, right? Doesn't mean that you're deeply unsatisfied, but if there is something that's gnawing at you, that's letting you know there's more to life, that can be a tough place to be in because you can feel like you're not anchored to anything, right? And especially as you begin to see friends and people around you begin to do things and get things done, whether it be romantically in their relationships or whether it be career-wise, you just kind of feel like you're just out there in the ocean, right? And people are building, empires and things around you and you don't really know what to do. You can be in any of these 3 states. So now that I've broken this down to you, where are you? So if you've gotten a glimpse of yourself and you can clearly see where you're at in this entire process, right? Whether you're in a cycle of self-sabotage, whether you're in a cycle of stagnation, or if you're just drifting, there's always something we can do about it, right? right? So if you are ready and you want to do something about it, join me. Linked in my bio, you can join my waiting list. As promised, I have opened up enrollment for the 12-week group coaching program that we're going to do here, Freedom by Design. If you are in a place mentally, emotionally, spiritually, where you know, right? You know you need to invest in yourself more. You know it's time for you to go deeper, right? You know you have some mental blockages, maybe spiritual blockages, right? Emotional blockages that are getting in the way of just you actualizing your potential, of you becoming the woman that God called you to be. And you're ready to do something about it, really do something about it. You are ready to be a part of a community. You're ready to take, proper feedback. You're ready to learn. Like you are ready to break free, like truly break free and really be intentional about the woman that you are becoming and the woman that you're being in 2025 and beyond. If that's you, if that's where you're at mentally, emotionally, spiritually, especially for those of you who have been under that crushing and you know it's time to surrender and get out of survival mode, go ahead, click the link in the bio, join the waiting list. Everything you need is there.